Hey guys, welcome to Boss Betty channel. It's Vincent here. Boss Betty is not around at the moment, but the channel has to be active. Anyway, so today I intended to do a podcast, but instead you're going to have a talk. Yes, so today I went out. I was taking a walk, doing some exercise. I went to the barber shop in preparation for work on Monday, and I thought I should just take a walk. Okay, so as we are taking this walk, let's discuss the role of extended family in your relationship. It involves two people, you and your partner, if you are in one, or two people, just a man and a woman, or a man and his fiance, something like that. So in my short or long life, I've never come across or had a perfect marriage or perfect relationship. I'm still yet to hear about that. Now, in this imperfection, there's always trouble in paradise once in a while. So, what should you do when your partner hurts you? Who should you tell, or who should you go to? Because the person you go to, it doesn't matter. It's really important to know, are they able to give you the right guidance, or are they able to be impartial? Because I feel like in most relationships are just destroyed by the people in the relationship themselves, because there's nothing perfect in any relationship. Everybody tries. I know most people try. Some don't, but many in these relationships that are exemplary, many people try their best to do their part and to be good to their partners. But once in a while, you have differences. So when you have these differences, who should you talk to? When you look at married people, those who have done church wedding or whatever kind of marriage, they always have this other couple that they look up to, or I don't know how to call it, but it's not normally, actually it's not advisable to be anybody from your extended family. Because if I am the man and I have a wife, or you're the man and you have your wife there, the person you should seek advice on your marriage should not be the first person to run to. Should not be number one. Should not be your family, because they'll always side with you. So you won't be getting any help. You'll just be getting validation for whatever. You could be wrong, but now when you run to them, now they will basically sanitize what you did. They won't call it out. They won't call you out if you are in the wrong. As a man, if your wife or your woman wrongs you, or if you wrong her, it doesn't matter who is right or who is wrong. If that issue reaches her family, then man, you're in trouble. Because they'll normally side with her. That's why the old saying, happy wife, happy life. Just try as much as possible to handle your issues in-house. Now, this is the bias I talked about in sometimes back when I was with Boss Betty on the some other podcast. There's a podcast we talked about this. So I feel like it's just prudent to talk to someone who is mature, but not your family. Someone who is impartial. your family definitely, they'll take sides with you. And now this is what destroys your relationship, because at the end of the day, your relationship with your partner, not your family. You live with your man or your woman. So I think it's not really a good idea. Yes, because the advice they give you, it's important to note that, especially for women, that women should also understand themselves. And jealousy is also at play here. Someone could just misadvise you because they're not really happy with the life you're having. Even for men, some of your friends are not even happy with the people with your relationship. So anything to bring it down, they'll be down with that. When you're in a situation with your partner, that's the perfect time to destroy whatever you have. Okay guys, so this guy took me a photo here, and I'll give you his details down below. He's a really good photo man. Yeah, so this photo here, he took this photo here. Yes, and I thought I should shout him out. I forgot his name, but I'm going to write it here. So before I lose my trail of thought, I was just saying, yes, it's good to have people to talk to. It's good to have your family around. It's good to sometimes confide in them. But at the end of the day, look at yourself first. What is the best thing for your relationship, for your partner? Especially now, if you have kids now, it's even different, because your kids and your partner should come first. These are your people now, and it's very important, in my view, that you look into that as a person. When you have an issue with your partner, always go back and look and think deeply and critically. Because I believe everything has a cause. Now don't look at the effect, what has happened, or you've had a quarrel. What caused the quarrel? What role did you play in the quarrel? And what are you willing to do so that you never, or you won't cause the quarrel to happen again? But now, if everyone wants to take the stand now, it's very unfortunate if you and your partner are in a quarrel. You've involved almost a battalion of people. Now it's a big issue out of nothing. You just create a big issue out of nothing, because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what the issue is. At the end of the day, it's just you and your partner. You are the two of you are the ones who are going to solve this. It doesn't matter how many people we tell, because if we tell person X, person else will analyze the information given him or her, and they will tell you from their experience. Okay? Or they'll just tell you from their bias, or if there are genuine people, which there are some, they'll tell you, but they'll still tell you from their bias, because the moment you're telling someone this, it's someone you feel like you trust, or it's someone you feel you're safe with. So this person definitely will try and be on your side. Okay? It's very hard for these people to be critical of you, or to be impartial. So this person will basically be sanitizing your side of the story. So in the long run, it's not helpful, because you went for help, not for justification. Okay, so in short, what I'm trying to say, your close family don't have the capacity to be impartial in such issues, especially when you have an issue with your partner, because of their vested interest or of the natural bias. It's just natural. We can't blame them for that. So whenever you as a person, whenever you have an issue with your partner, whenever you're seeking advice or seeking to talk or seeking to consult on this, it's better if you talk to a friend, if you have a friend or a mature person who is in a relationship or who is married or is in a marriage, that has gone through these experiences and can impartially tell you or guide you or give you one or two things or tips to go about these issues. Okay, so for me, I think I really admire people who are in relationships, who are really trying so hard to make things work. We're living in interesting times when people are lazy to do anything, just literally anything. And then we also live in times where people are careless about everything, and that's why we have a lot of single parents. As an educator, I see them, even the children that come from these homes. There's a big difference between children that come from a working family and children that come from a dysfunctional family. But what caused this dysfunctionality? You'll realize that these are just simple disagreements, or just disagreements that could have been worked out, but now egos are at play. Someone feels like I cannot be told anything. Someone feels like I shouldn't be told anything, you see. But at the end of the day, when you're getting into a relationship with someone, it's always rosy when it starts, but after some time, you'll have to learn how to compromise. You'll have to learn how to forgive. You'll learn how to, you're dating someone. You found when you're adults. Okay, this person has had his or her life away from you you didn't grow up with them, basically. So you have to appreciate the fact that this is a totally different person from you, and you decided to be together. So that's where compromise must come in. You have to compromise. You have to learn to forgive them. If you're a man, you have to learn to let go of the silly things your wife will do, of the pettiness that she will be. And they like to be pampered, and they like to get away with things. So you'll have to compromise a lot to be with this person. And for a lady, you'll also have learned to be with this man, because men are also nagging. They could just do stuff that really annoys you as a woman. Yeah, so it comes down to understanding the person that you're living with, or the person that you're married to, or the person that you want to marry. Because even in this channel, we try to advise couples, we try to advise you guys from our own experiences, from me and Boss Betty's experiences, but only the two of you know each other and how you guys got together. You know what I mean. So at the end of the day, it's all about the two of you, to learn to love one another, to provide for one another, to be there for one another, despite of anything, because you'll always have challenges, you'll always have quarrels, you'll have your good times and your bad times. So your good times and your bad times, just be yourself and try and work things out always. Try as much as possible not to involve others in your issues. It doesn't matter who they are. Yeah, so as much as possible, try not to escalate issues further than they should go. Just try and be yourself. That's, I think, the lesson I also learned sometimes back, and it's really important to not to escalate and think. Just put yourself in your partner's shoes. When you're in disagreement, just try and put yourself in his shoes or her shoes, and then normally you'll get through it. And most importantly, put God first. Pray about it, and things always work out. At the end of the day, you're not two mad people to just have quarrels all the time. Okay, so yes, when we started this podcast with Boss Betty, our main agenda was basically to motivate and to try and really just motivate couples and those in a relationship, because there's always good and bad times. Just motivate them to be strong and to just love each other. But all in all, we'll achieve that together. So keep watching Boss Betty. Keep your support is really appreciated by us. So that's the main aim of us having this podcast and these talks. So guys, up to this point, I think the key takeaways are forgiveness, resilience, and commitment in a relationship, and also knowing boundaries, especially when it comes to now your private disputes. Boundaries are very important. So those are the key takeaways of this vlog for today. And I think I wish everyone the best in their relationship journey and journey in this life with the partner. Just know it's not easy. It's never easy. But just be resilient. Be ready and willing to forgive as much as possible. Be ready to compromise, and be ready to just do the right thing always. They're really nice spots, and these are really nice neighborhood. Okay. And this is now the road I normally used to go to work. You just walk. Sometimes I can walk to work, but most of the time I use a motorbike or a matatu to work. Yes, and there are a lot of flowers I've seen on my walk. A lot of flowers, a lot of greenery. It's such a healthy environment. It's a beautiful place to live. Okay, away from that now. During the holidays, I was at home in the village. The last video you saw, my Kisumu tour. So in the village, my aunt, my cousins and I, we visited a family friend. So these guys, they came from a very humble background, but right now they built an empire. It's just a family of 3 brothers, and what they've done is wonderful. It's because of unity and commitment, because when we had a sit down with them, they told us where they came from, how they hustled their way up. So it was a beautiful story, and one also of pain and suffering and support. So my the parting shot really was that when you and your partner support one another, you can really go far. Those people have built wonderful mansions and they've built business empires together. So support your partner, love your partner. That's my parting shot. So guys, allow me to end this walk here. So I gotta get home now. See you on the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye bye. And remember to subscribe, follow the channel, share, like, and let's support Boss Betty on this one. Cheers. Bye bye.